Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. Let's see how we're doing here. Changed a few things in my settings, so hopefully the iPad will play the game. Doesn't look like it's playing the game at all. That's awesome. Come on, you. Oof. We'll see if it catches up a bit here. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to see if my iPad will play. Are you gonna come sit with me, baby? Oh, I'm so wiggly guy. Antoine's in the chat. Welcome to the stream. What is happening? What's new? Trying to see if my tech's gonna work. I did some iPad settings that were supposed to make things better. It's not making things better. Let's see if I can... Nothing much. That's cool. Oh, I can't do it while we're actually streaming. Things are good. Things are sunshiny here. Nice and warm. It's going to be a rainy week, but that's okay. It's sunny today, and that's all that matters. Okay, so hopefully the iPad will play the game. I changed a few settings because it was pretty laggy. It just didn't like I would have done something, pulled back, hit save, and talked to you guys, and I was still doing it online. I was still drawing and stuff, so hopefully this will play the game. If not, I may just have to like wipe out my OBS and just kind of start from scratch. I have a lot of scenes and everything that I've built up in here, so it's probably just trying to do a lot. That was the biggest I've had to like. It's plugged in, right? Yeah, we're plugged in. It's not. Hang on. That's weird. Oh, the plugged in or not, you goof. Penny's here. Welcome to the stream. Alessandra's on her way too. Excellent. I'm just fiddling around with OBS here to see if I can get my iPad to react at the same time. I feel like it gets slower and slower each time I go. So, you guys are just getting a delayed reaction. I'll try and explain things in a delayed manner for now. I'll fight with this later. How's everybody doing? How was your bike ride, Penny? It looked like you were having a lot of fun this weekend. Yeah, mine's accorded into the computer right now too. And like before the stream, like before I started the stream, like I was reacting on my OBS screen and everything was kind of like responding at the same time. But as soon as I started streaming, it slowed down and delayed. So I'm gonna have to do some tests offline later. I won't make you guys watch that now because I'll just get frustrated. So yeah, I thought it being plugged in was going to be better because for a while I was like wirelessly streaming it. That's not good business. Bike was fun and probably went the distance. Yes, but Penny biked really far this weekend. Had an excellent adventure, it looked like. I'm very glad. All right, so we're working on another card. This is the tarot card. Welcome to the tarot deck. I'm brand new here. This card is representing the actual challenge that the book kind of encompasses. So it's doing a lot of things. The actual tarot card, it's a major arcana and it's the Hierophant card. It represents spiritual wisdom, religious beliefs, conformity, tradition, and institutions. So the kind of tradition and institutions element here is really what we're kind of playing into. This challenge that they're performing in has been going on for many generations and things. Like it doesn't really say exactly how many, but it does hint at that this is a very long institution. So that's kind of where this came from. So I took different elements here that we've seen in other cards. they like the rings that comes in before, because like each of our players has a ring that they're given when they're kind of initiated into the game. And then we have the face-off, our male versus female, because it's a male-female character. It doesn't have to be that way. It just is this way in this particular challenge, where if you read the book, you'll understand different challenges that have happened. And then I put chess pieces in here, and it's kind of, it doesn't work because frequently the comparison of the game to chess comes up, and frequently that person is shot down saying, no, it's not like chess. So, but I feel like a lot of things play into it, like there's mentions of chess pieces and stuff. So some of the pieces are falling over, so it's not quite like chess. But I felt like it played into it a little bit more. So we are working today. I've made quite a bit of progress after dinner today. This was just line art before, so I'm pretty stoked about that. So we're going to do some coloring, we're going to do some stained glass, we're going to do some shading, we're going to do a little bit of this and that. It's going to be really good business. So what is everybody else up to? What is happening? I was locked in, Penny. Yes, I was. I almost had to I should have set an alarm, because I was like, oh no, I gotta go do the live stream. Like, I am doing tarot cards, I'm just not sharing with anybody. Sheesh. So yeah. So a few like design decisions happening with this card. Stained glass being in the back, which is a little bit abnormal. I'm actually thinking right now, this is the first time I'm having this thought, is I might put a layer between the stained glass and the rings and just kind of have like a little bit of a gray wash over top, just to push them back that even further, because I kind of want just like the hints of the faces. But that is a later decision point, I think. So I'm not going to go too deep into that right now. We'll see how far we get today and see if we make that decision for ourselves, or if we're just going to do this. Now, okay, so I think I can't use that brush size. I have a standard brush size that I use, but not usually on this big of a space. And then we're going to do our overlay layer at the same time, so I don't have to reselect anything. Locked in. Okay. Yes, okay. I was trying to think, because I have in this one, because this is a major arcana card and not one of the suits, I have mixed up the major arcana to be sometimes, oh, future me is going to be pissed I did that. Major arcana aren't always just black and white or just in color. They're kind of a mix of the two, depending on what the card represents. So if it's a very circus focused card, like most of the major arcana are characters from the book or important elements. So things like the clock I was working on last week, that is an important part of the circus and is also a major arcana. The bonfire, things like that. So if they're playing into the circus and they're really involved like in the circus, like even the twins, so like the star and the moon card. Apologies, not the star and the moon card. The moon and the sun. They are cards that are like, those are very circus involved characters. So I have them as a, oops, wrong layer. Black and white card. And then if there's something outside of the circus, like a character that lives outside the circus. So our most recent kind of pairing that we saw was the magician and the high priestess. That's these two characters that you see on this card here. That being said, they started outside of the circus, so I had them be represented in full color. So the major arcana are a little bit back and forth, and because the challenges are kind of like, if you read the book, you'll see RB's in the chat. Welcome to the stream. Like these characters are both start outside of the circus. The challenge happens within the circus. But you have one character, our male character, who's the magician. He is kind of a little bit more outside of the circus. And our illusionist, she's inside the circus. She actually performs in the circus. So I had this thought over the weekend that maybe I would have, because I was trying to debate whether it should be a black and white card or a full color card. And I was like, I think this one actually should be a mix of the two, because it's both in and out of the circus. So that's why he's got some color, and one of the rings has some color, and she is in black and white because she lives in the circus. And there's a black and white ring to represent her as well. Boop, boop, boop. So, yeah, so it's a little bit of balance of the two. I tried to keep I didn't really put too many solid rules. I think when I went through the deck and like went through this part of the deck and was like, okay, this should be black and white, this should be color, it actually worked out to be about 50-50 anyway. So a couple of these like 2 fur cards are gonna balance really nicely. So you'll notice if you go back on my Behance page with all the cards, or in my Instagram or something, you'll see that with the major arcana there's 2 sets of borders. So one that's got a silver set of accents and one that has a gold set of accents. So the gold goes with the color based art cards, and the gray one goes with the black and white ones, which is how the suits work. So our mood and magic cards have like gold accents on them, whereas our circus and tense one has silver accents. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, so what do I have? Okay, so that's already there. So let's duplicate this layer and clear it out. And we are going to bring this maybe to like 100 or so. Penny says to RB, hope you're having a great, happy Monday. It's Monday, isn't it? Or are you on Tuesday? And RB's on Tuesday. I always forget to. Oh, you just started an hour ago. Shoot. Well, happy Tuesday. Again, no spoilers. Thank you. Excuse you. Yes, I can paint inside here. There we go. So using the technique that we did, used a couple we've been using for a few weeks now, that paint inside effect. I'm actually really eager to go back to some of the live streams. Like I'm kind of starting to go back a little bit in the cards because I'm starting to write for the tarot deck so I can get the book ready. The supporting book ready. So I'm going back into some of that content, and I'm going back to some of the original work and art pieces, and to just kind of document what I've learned, how I've changed and stuff. But I think it might be almost painful to go back and watch how we were doing this stained glass effect. Even if I were to go look on like the dragon and the kraken and stuff I did like a couple years ago, I think it would be very challenging to watch because of how slow I did this. And it's I've learned so much since the start of that, so it's pretty funny. How is Mojo? Mojo is good. He was sleeping under my lap here. Now he's gone to have a nap. This little guy has 3 or 4 very fancy Mojo beds here, and he sleeps in one of my utility totes in the entryway instead. So I suspect that's where he is now. I should have got a doggy camera. I was thinking I should set that up. If you haven't caught some of Penny's streams, she has her craft camera on sometimes, and we get to see Luna playing about. And I was inspired to set up a Mojo cam, and I was even contemplating how I was going to do it, and I completely forgot till now. Curses. Next week. Mojo cam. Lots of people would tune in for that stream. So I had a coworker say, she was like, "Oh, I'm really liking your social media stuff. I'll check it out now and again." I'm like, "Oh, thanks so much. That's so great." She's like, "Yeah, I'm looking for Mojo." Like, I can't blame anybody. He's like super adorable. I'd be tuning in for Mojo too. But I was like, yay. So yeah. Duplicate layer, clear layer. So yeah, I am eager to go back and see how all this started and what I learned, and see how much faster some of this process takes. Like, all of you troopers who watch the live stream, watch me lay out every single section in Lasso and figuring out like, I didn't use reference layers, I didn't use paint inside. I'm not even 100% certain that Fresco had necessarily all of these tools probably when we got started, because I've been doing the deck for 2 years now, so I probably had some evolution of the app that helped me grow a little bit here. Oh, baby's in the hallway. Mojo may be joining us in a sec. Eager to go back and see how it looks. Like, I am, one thing I am pretty impressed with on my end so far is when I'm laying out the cards together. I haven't done all the cards, but I did for the inverted bow card, so the one with the person bowing backwards. I put in, I was commenting on the Behance project about how I put in, I've been reusing elements from cards. Now that we're so far in, I think there's times where I can save some time or effort and reuse parts of other cards. So like the example I used on that project was the crowd in the back behind some of the circus scenes. And performers, they're outside, and there's a crowd kind of watching in the shadow, like they're all shadowed. So I've reused that a few times now, which I think is helps with consistency. And so when I laid out some of those cards on that project page to show an example of that, but I had 4 different cards from very different times of this process, and they all look like I could have done them back to back, which is very exciting. Beg, borrow, and steal your own work. Exactly. I can't remember when, like I figured there's going to be reusing of my own line art and all that kind of stuff, like elements that be reusing it. But there was one card I was doing, I'm like, wait a second, I've already done this. Why would I do it again? So yes, I am stealing from myself. Hopefully I don't mind. So funny. So that was one thing I was pretty stoked about, was that in the end, and I still have to do like the full deck back to back or like full suits together, because every card's just kind of I've been doing the design as I get motivated to do it. There's not really been a plan. There's a plan, like there's the last 3 cards I intentionally am leaving till the end, and you'll understand why when we get there. But I haven't had a plan necessarily going in as to which cards have been going when. Just kind of like, oh, I feel like drawing this one this week really is kind of the order it's been going in. It's worked out really well that it's not like 10 major arcana cards in a row or 10 of like the performers in the circus in a row. It's kind of worked out that there's been a bit of a balance. So there's some unique elements for the viewers. But I've been pretty stoked to see because that they all kind of look like they go together, which was my main concern and the biggest delay in me starting the tarot cards was that I worried I was going to alter my style partway through and they weren't going to go together at all. So I know I've altered my how I execute the cards, but the actual look of them is very similar. It's more, I found efficiencies in how I've been doing things as opposed to changing how I do things. So this stained glass, like the approach, like the dark on the big dark sections is and the light on the big light sections, instead of each section having light and dark, has been consistent throughout, but it's just the difference is how I lay out that light and dark now, to make it more efficient to execute. So it's fun to see that hasn't impacted things too much, because that was my biggest hesitation, was the worry that I wasn't going to get a consistent output in the end. And this late in the game, I think we're probably okay. Alessandra is here. Welcome to the stream. How did the rest of your stream go yesterday? If you haven't caught Alessandra's stream, go check it out. She's drawing fabulous, colorful birds. Dishes are washed, vacuumed, and ate dinner. Holy cow. What a busy evening. I also did dishes and a little bit of tidying. No vacuuming. Maximum adulting. Maximum adulting. Victory. I always know I feel better when I get a little bit of adulting done in an evening. But if Lazy Bones Erin hits first, it's hard to make that case. It worked as well, of course. 9 to 6 with breaks, of course. That's my middle name. Don't say it too loud. So funny. So funny. This group is so funny. So yeah, it's been pretty fun. They're getting to a really exciting stage. There's still quite a few left to go, but like I have every card planned out now. Like I've just got the last of my notes laid out for the cards, and because there's a few outstanding that I wasn't sure if they fit in or they fit into the card that I picked for them. Luckily so far, knock on wood, I thought there might be some cards that I might come down to at the end and be like, I'd rather this one be like switch the card that it is. I guess that's still possible, but ideally at least keeping it within a black and white suit or something like that. I don't want to redraw anything. I don't think we're at that point. But that'll be part of that final layout madness. Excuse me. So still lots to do. Dan's in the stream. Excellent. Welcome. Alessandra did 2 more birds on her stream. Excellent. They're all full of lovely colors. You're doing an excellent job. We're switching it up, Dan. We're working on some tarot cards. Only a handful left, guys. I'm in the home stretch. Then I'll do something else. You guys will get to say you were here when I kicked it off. Woohoo! All right. Here is one that is missing a piece. I think the line's not connected here, so the paint inside didn't work, and then I just skipped over it and didn't come back to it. Alrighty. So everybody's just chilling. Is anybody working on anything exciting this evening? We're just taking some time off. Always a good plan too. It depends on where you're watching the stream. I know I'll watch all my streams. I'll jump on and catch your guys' streams on my iPad, and I'll be like, I want to draw too. Like I'm watching the stream on my iPad. I can't draw at the same time. Alessandra says she's not feeling too good emotionally. Oh, that's a bummer. Trying to find something fun to do. Kind of tired of doing art. Need a break. That's fair. You know, you don't want to force something fun and try and force it to be fun if it's not going to be fun. Maybe you should have a dance party. I had one last week and it made me feel really good. Put on some music and dance like a lunatic for 20 minutes. That was the limit I put on. It ended up being like an hour, but that might make you feel better. Or reading a book or watching a funny movie or a movie you enjoy. These are weird times. We got to make sure we find things that make us happy. I think that's something that us as creatives, we have a lot of us have a lot of tools on hand. I'm going to watch Arthur and tell Penny about it. Hey, that's a great plan. Love it. Love it. I think as creatives, we have, like, I think there's very rarely, like, I don't know any artists who are just like, I only do iPad art and that is it. Like, some people will do sketching, or they'll be like, in my case, I'll also like knit or crochet on the side. I know Penny does her sewing, things like that. Even if it's just reading or writing or listening to music, I find like creatives have a few outlets, which I find amazing because, like you said, if you're not feeling one, maybe there's another that'll work for you. And sometimes taking in art, like you're going to watch Arthur, is a great plan. Taking in art is an activity too. So I hope you find something that you're looking for. Because we all have to be taking care of ourselves and helping each other out. Faux show. In these crazy times. I love Arthur. Now, are we talking... Which Arthur are we talking about? Because my initial thought was some sort of King Arthur thing, but I suspect now we're talking about Arthur with his library card, the artwork, which I'm super down for. I think you should definitely watch that. That is an excellent use of time. You can't go wrong with Arthur. If that's not the Arthur you're thinking of, you should probably switch. That's the one. Yes! I'm even more on board with your plan now. I was always on board, but I'm super on board with your plan now. Heck, tell me about it too. Can't believe the last episode. Oh man, I feel like I'm missing something on the Arthur situation. Oh, they showed the characters all grown up. Crazy. There was an episode. Now, I don't know if this is a Canadian show or not. There's too many episodes. I didn't see them all. So no spoilers for Penny. I don't know if Rugrats is a Canadian show or not. With Stewie Pickles. It's a cartoon that it's all like babies, like kids, but they talk like adults, sort of, I think. But there was an episode where they showed them as adults, and it was very unsettling. The creator and illustrator of Arthur retired, so they ended the show. I see. Fair enough. I was going to ask where you're watching it, but I don't know if it'll be the same up here on my end of the border. But, you know, they've said, lots of studies say watching familiar shows is good for your brain. Oh, on PBS, obviously. I'll have to check out, see what my streamable situation is up here. Love it. I was trying to remember where it was aired up here in the first place. PBS, obviously, Aaron. Sheesh. Sheesh. Alright, I feel like I'm missing some things. There's a couple that didn't get attacked yet. But yeah, lots of studies have shown that watching familiar shows or rewatching of shows and stuff is very good for you. Yeah, I'm sure. I'll try. I'll give it a Google. Because I know I watch and rewatch Friends a lot for that same reason. And I haven't in a while, but like Gilmore Girls is on that list. But Friends is my main go-to in that situation because it just makes me feel better. Oh, I erased that thing. Friends is funny. Agreed. It never doesn't make me laugh. I always find it very hilarious. New episodes, old episodes, always magic. Amazon Prime 2, excellent. I love it. Yeah, so Friends is a go-to for me because I know what's going to happen and it's funny every time. I know what jokes are coming up. I still am going to laugh at it. So good. I hear that too, Alessandra. She said once Matthew Perry passed away, it's been hard to watch. I agree. I think about that every time I watch it right now. But he's, I've seen some interviews with him. I read his book. It was before he passed away. But it was a really eye-opening book as far as like learning about addictions and things. But it was some it was sometimes good and sometimes bad for him. So knowing that sometimes it was really good and he was with people that really cared about him, that really helps me. But he says one of my very favorite lines, Joey doesn't share food. Oh, freaking magic. No, he does not. Don't even try it. Don't even try it. Oh, it's always good. Okay, I did. Okay. So hard on the gray, you can't really tell where the line is. So classic. Like my cousins and my sisters and I watch it. When they had the Friends reunion in the pandemic, we watched all that together. Oh, too funny. Only fun, hilarious magic. My sister and I always do when Joey was on the game show and he's trying to like the pyramid, he's trying to do the words. He's like, it's something white, and he goes, paper, snow, a ghost. A ghost is his guess for like 7 things. So we always do that. Paper, snow, a ghost. We could go on and on. This could be a 24-hour stream just talking about hilarious Friends quotes. But we had a trivia. I have a trivia game of Friends, and we brought it up one time. My sister had a request. We were going up north for her birthday. She said, can someone bring the cards? We just did the trivia bit of the cards. And my sisters and I watch Friends all the time. And my sister-in-law as well. And so we were up there doing trivia night. We were just naming off the cards and stuff. And my dad at one point was like, okay, there's no way any of you are going to get this one. If you get this one, I'm going to bed. And it was like, how many types of towels does Monica have? And we all got the answer like snap of a finger. My dad's like, fine, I'm going to bed. It was like, we have an absurd knowledge of the Friends game. It's too much fun. Too much fun. Mm-hmm. So if you need an Arthur break, catch a Friends break. I'm here for Friends quotes all day. The gray makes this a lot harder, so I don't know if we'll get too many more of these. Oops, 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 too far. Okay, I think we have kind of the idea here. Okay. Psh, psh, psh. All right. Wunderbar. Okay. I think what we're going to do now is Penny says that's a funny memory. Is your dad not a Friends fan? Like, they are. Like, my parents are Friends fans and stuff, but they just don't watch it, like, on repeat. Like, my sisters and I think if you walked into any one of our homes at any given time, one of us has Friends on at some point. So, I think it's just more, we had just seen more episodes, and it was like such an obscure, a weird fact from the one episode that it was just kind of like, it wasn't a fair question. And I feel like one of us had just watched that episode, so it probably wasn't super fair. Oh, Dari is here. He lives. Welcome to the stream, sir. How are things going? What is new? May the 4th be with you, good sir. Welcome. I threw a couple people off at work today. Not gonna lie, they weren't really sure what was going on. We filled them in. Don't you worry. Participated in Free Comic Book Day this weekend. Well, helped support the parents of the children who went to Free Comic Book Day this weekend. Close to May the 4th as we can get. Is there a superhero movie that came out this weekend? Usually there's a superhero movie that comes out. I don't think I know of one. Okay, and then we're going to do this. Ooh, this ring is a weird twisted one. I fought with the angles on this ring for quite some time over the weekend. I could not for the life of me figure out where the gaps were after I drew all the lines. I didn't even think of that. RB says, it's for me, it's already Return of the 5th. Classic. 2 Star Wars days in a row. Perfection. I need a second Star Wars shirt. A second one. Oh. I'm sorry to hear that. I asked what's new. My girlfriend and I broke up today and I have a new car. Oh dear. Sorry to hear that. That's not awesome. Oh no, no. Not that. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what do we got here? Kind of applying some shadows I don't want to apply yet. Okay. Let's get, I don't have a red yet. What kind of new car do you have? Trying to focus on the positive. I keep ensuring that my car stays in excellent shape so I don't have to get a new car. Because they're expensive up here. More than usual. Okay. Okay. Acura. Nice. Nice. That's a decent choice. Decent choice. Okay. Fancy pants. What the heck? Oh no, I did what I wanted to do. Now I had a really tough time figuring out where I was going to put the red on this card. I was like, it's going to be in full color. And then I had a really big discussion with myself about where the red was going to go. But I think we have done a decent job here. So I can't do any of these cards without the magic red accent. Because it's my favorite part. That little like highlight bit we just did that does like that glow effect. Magic. It's my favorite thing. Okay, now put it on this one, and we're gonna do the, holy cow, we might get pretty close to this one. Erin had a staff meeting with Erin. Yeah, we sat down, we brought snacks, we had a chat. It was a time. It was a time. Far more productive than the staff meetings we have at work sometimes. Apparently like a 40-minute meeting about remote work the other day. And I think they came to the conclusion that we're just going to keep doing what we're doing. Like, wow, what an excellent use of resources. Boop, 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 boop. I didn't even think of that. Patty says an in-person meeting about remote work is very ironic. 100%. Oh, classic. Yes, it's extremely ironic. Like, what is happening? Oh, God. The corporate world, I tell ya. It's a weird place. Oh, good Lord. It's in person remote. Ugh. The world is such a weird place. It's just madness, I tell you. Madness, I say. Anybody coming up onto some nice big summer plans? I have some camping scheduled. Nothing huge. Kind of hoping to do a bit of a trip next year, so nothing huge right now. But just planning a few long weekends and things. Penny says maybe. I do love a good adventure. I feel like lots of kind of in this area. Oh, Siri wants to play. In this area type adventures are coming up, like little, check out some of the little towns in my area and things like that. So there's lots around here that's super fun. Ooh, RB might go and work on the coast for a month. That sounds exciting. Not sure yet. That sounds like it could be interesting. Change of scenery for a bit. Always good for the soul. Love that. I feel like I've done the dumb on this. That's not where the highlights would be. Okay, so can we just back up for 1 second here? Because if I do the other way though, there's not anything to erase. Curses. Okay, I think we'll have to just stick with what we did. It kind of looks like highlights on the bottom, but I think once we throw shadows and stuff in here, I think that'll be okay. They're just making it look like I highlighted the wrong bit, but there's not as much stuff up here. Paint splatter to make it work. Might get some Odari streams, our base says. That is entirely possible. We welcome all streamers here. Oops. Let's try again. Oh, our Odari says yep, so we might get some Odari streams. Yee! That would be excellent. Yes, you too, RB. Maybe you should stream together. The two of you. That would be excellent. I would watch this. You'll have to tell me when it is. I'm here for it. Let's go. Dual stream. Heck, I'll even host it if you need it. Super stream. You don't think so? Come on, RB. Come on. You gotta show us how to do it. Sheesh. It's only fair we were able to provide feedback on your work. Okay, fine. We'll do the streaming then. I'd rather watch. Fair enough. Spread the magical word of the magical streams that you're watching. Boop, 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 boop. If you make the noises, it makes the art happen. Somebody's got to entertain RB. We're all here for you, RB. Are you not entertained? Oh my god. So ridiculous. Illustrator's too complex. Prompting is much easier. I don't know. Some prompting for some of the AI stuff. I'm like, how did you even get there? What did you think I was asking? It's like I was trying to get a reference once. Like all these tools get better and stuff, and this was very early Firefly days. And I was doing I wanted a reference. I wanted a hockey player with their their stick like behind their head and their hands up on the stick. And I wanted to make sure that like I wanted it as a reference. And I wanted to be sure that I wasn't using something like accidentally using like a Sidney Crosby or anything like that, because I wanted the pose to be very similar to what I was using. So I wanted to get some license safe art, like copyright safe art. And so I put in the reference and I said, you know, I can't remember the exact words I used, but it was just like the prompt, just what I described. And there were a lot of hockey sticks through heads and arms not attached. It was kind of messy. This is the point RB was making. Excellent. Okay. We're coming together here, bro. Okay. A few more minutes. So I do have the shadows we have to put in. Hydration first. Yeah, I smiled sometimes. Accurate. Oh, RB, you're so silly. Give me some done-looking warrior with no brains. Guess what the result is that he got. Good Lord. Good Lord. Okay. Yeah, I guess that'll be good. Okay. So I'll throw in a few more shadows. Take a few more minutes here. This is actually going to be a little bit weird, I think, because of how the line art works. But let's just see how this comes together first. Cheeto person was the prompt, says Penny. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Exactly. That face. We are being crazy. This is what this world has brought to us. This is what it's making us into. Thank God we all found each other. Sheesh. Thank goodness we have each other. Alrighty. So, in the last few minutes here, I'm just going to start putting some shadows and things in here. Penny and Alessandra, are you streaming this week? And if there's anybody else lurking that wants to plug a thing, now would be your chance. I'll shout it out for you. See where the people can find you and check out your fabulous streams. Penny's always doing something fun, either on Fresco or Illustrator or in her crafting room. Alessandra's always doing beautiful traditional work. Thursday morning, potential for Penny. Tomorrow and Wednesday night, and also on the weekend for Alessandra. We're going to get Fresco with Penny. Okay, excellent. Okay, so Thursday morning, Fresco with Penny. Tomorrow and Wednesday night, and on the weekend for Alessandra. Alessandra has been definitely like spamming the streams. She's always on, and I don't know how you know how to do it, Alessandra. It's always as I'm about to go out somewhere. I'll be like, I'm just gonna go quickly out do Alessandra's streaming. What? So I'm not missing your streams on purpose, I swear. I'm going to put those dates down. Oh, damn. Odari is going to try and stream this weekend. He has company coming. but might be this weekend. Yes, Alessandra is definitely the stream queen. Okay, so we have 3 sets of streamers. Odari, Penny, and Alessandra. Check those out. You definitely want to be for sure. You don't want to miss those. Always a fun stream. Always an entertaining time. Penny does really fun polls in her streams. And has her poo together and does fancy shout outs. This is my form of a shout out. Yeah. Okay, excellent. 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. tomorrow and Wednesday. Can't miss it. Excellent. That is a serious stream. I love it. I love it. Perfection. Okay, so follow all those humans. And make sure you don't miss their streams. Yeah. It's like a whole night movie. It's like a movie marathon. Sheesh. Lots of movies. Oh, I'm excited about this one. It's called Birds. Oh my gosh, you guys are so silly. A marathon of birds. That's a lot of birds. Oh my goodness gracious. All right. So we didn't quite finish the card, but I feel like we're at the part of me having to do the shadows. So I'm going to keep doing that and hopefully be done this card tonight or tomorrow. And we'll get it into the queue for posting. And then I'm going to be on to the next card. I have a couple other ones. I'll give you guys a sneak peek here. So this is people have been asking a lot for this one. This is the Empress card. So this is our fortune teller. And this is her kind of main card. She's found a book and is looking through it. And so that's going to be one of our next ones. And then our next magic card. There's a point where the same character actually, our fortune teller, she has these black crystals and she blows them away and then the character she's talking to disappears and goes into a different place. She makes a decision for him. And he ends up somewhere making a decision for her. She makes a decision for him. No more than that for you guys. So these are the next 2 cards on that. I'm not going to spoil any of the story. And I've got lots of other cards to work on. So we're making progress. Alexander says, I have people from Netherlands and Australia that come check. And it's daytime for them. That's why I stream at night. Excellent call. Yes. Yeah, that's one thing I'm missing with this time of the stream. I miss every now and again, like Mafu will come on, but I miss like the Umas and all that kind of stuff who are very asleep. RB's here, but I feel like RB is his own special human and being a night owl. So I keep trying to want to add another stream, maybe in the summertime or something. I'll get another stream in, but we'll see. All right, so everybody check out, make sure you're following the people in the chat. Penny, Odari, Alessandra, even Antoine and RB, they don't do their live streams, but they do have excellent things. So follow along. Thank you everybody for tuning in. RB is on Tuesday, says it Penny. Excellent. Pencil it in. I want to be showing pup on your streams anymore. I don't know what that means. So yeah, okay, so I'm going to wrap up and we'll be probably doing, I won't, how come? Why not? Oh my goodness. Well, we need a streamer for every day. That's fair. That's fair. It is late for you, and I'm very sorry. When I get an earlier stream, you're welcome anytime, RB. I'm sorry it's so late. I hope you all have an excellent week. I'll be back next week with almost guaranteed some more tarot. But probably most likely a different card. So I'm trying to I'm getting a good a good rhythm lately, so it'll be a new card for sure. So check out all the streams that you see this week, and I'll be back next week, same time and channel, with more new fabulous things. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I always appreciate it. It's my favorite part of the week to guarantee some art in the week, and I can't wait to see what you all come up with later. Have a great day. Good to see you back, Art Odari, and I'll talk to you guys all soon. Bye.